Hey everyone, Ravinous here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, our playthrough of 2.0 through 3.2. Now, we are finally ready to take part of Phase 3 of Operation Archon, which takes us into the Castrum. Now, there's going to be heavy editing on my part because as I go through this, I'm going to have to actually skip cutscenes, but I will edit them back in for you so you guys can have a nice, smooth watching experience. And I'm also going to edit out a few times as per usual. So let's go ahead and get started, because we are right outside the castle right now, and about to talk to Rabon. Alright. Because we are level 50. This is the conclusion to 2.0. Not 2.x, we still have other stuff in the 2.x series. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by the news of the siege of Castrum Meridianum, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum Meridianum, and Castrum Meridianum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but that the Admiral yielded them not one ill. With Orcidans, Meridianum, and Orions thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway leading hither from Castrum Sentry, and that can mean but one thing. The hour has come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. Bephilia Orizins. I am Bephilia, mistress of the science of the Seventh Dawn. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define who we are. Short of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to a sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course, not so long as there is liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor to fight side by side in the defense of our shared home. Before me stands adventurer Ravina Kurehi. All you know her as the woman who led the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different Ravina, however. We know her as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf, a true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a trail for her. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Vienna and her comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generators within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the Ultima weapon. All troops, prepare for battle! I fear I can't accompany you this time. The inevitable task of facilitating communications between our forces has been entrusted to the Ironworks, you see. Know, though, that I will be praying for your safe return. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades, for Eorzea! For Eorzea! I love the stoic nods all over the place. Anyway. Go now, Ravina, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. Alright, so now you say the same thing. You say the same thing. You say the same thing, and brings us to the duty finder. So let's head inside. Alright, we are in the Castrum. I almost forgot that I actually had to talk for this. Anyway, we have multiple goals, and one of those right now is to turn off these spotlights, which will give us another cutscene. Alright, now I need to follow them because I actually have to manually say to skip the cutscenes. Because I haven't done it before on this character, so I can't set it to automatically do so. Which is helpful in here because, as you can see, these people aren't really waiting. Nor did I really expect them to. I've done this enough as a more experienced character that I know how this goes. And people have out-geared this so much that we just gather up everybody, AoE them down, move on. And if I were to try to record these cutscenes right now, it would lock me out of boss fights. See, they've already started as I was attempting to get out of the cutscene. But at least it came in time to participate. And now we could attack the ads, but we're not going to, because if we kill the boss, those ads just disappear. Oh, I love having Dragon Kick again. I actually have both my rear and flank combos now. Okay, so first boss almost dead. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear you had a personal grudge against Magitech armor. What can I say? I couldn't bear to let you have all the fun. Don't worry, Biggs and Wedge have everything in hand. Truth be told, I think they like having the work of three men. Wedge wasn't exactly pleased to be left behind, though, and made quite sure I knew it. I must say, our recent struggles have done wonders for the lad's spirit. Given the size of this place, I suspected there might be an armor 3 to be had. And here we are. Not as bad as I thought. If I have half Marquis's talent for mending things, I should be able to get it working again. Listen, Ravina, we intercepted an Imperial communication indicating that the ultimate weapon is indeed being housed within the Praetorium. We also learned that the field which protects the compound is powered by no fewer than 3 generator towers. If you were to deactivate the field, you'll need to locate and disable them all. And I'm here to help you do just that. See that chute? It leads to waste disposal. Somewhere nearby, there will be a cerulean facility supplying fuel to the closest of the 3 towers. Find that place and break things. I do that well. Go on ahead, Ravina. I'll be along as soon as I finish my repairs. Now we head to the disposal chute. Yeah, these cutscenes are getting me a little farther behind because of my need to skip them manually. But that's okay. I expect this. You guys are seeing the cutscenes at least. There were 3 guys over here and another thing this hit. They've already done that. Man, these guys are being effective. Hopefully this stays. There were spotlights that they've triggered, and now the enemies are after them, and I can't move fast enough. So yeah, with if you took out me editing back in the cutscenes, you'd have more of the real feel for how this goes nowadays. People want to finish this as quickly as possible, get their rewards, and move on. So, with the nature of how things are, it's to be expected. I mean, it is kind of a bummer that people can miss out on some stuff. You know, they wouldn't be able to watch it naturally in order like I'm letting you guys. You know, this is actually one of the reasons I wanted to put all of this series together, besides the fact that you know what, I'm going to go over and do one of these, so that way I'm participating. We put incendiaries on the paneling, blow them up, that's our current objective. But no, one of the things I wanted to make sure I did was, because I have friends who want to experience the story, but at this point, with people rushing it like this, they're really unable to do so for this dungeon and the one upcoming, because of people skipping through these so quickly. So I wanted a way of showing it in its natural order. That's one down. I just have to remember that you guys aren't seeing it the same way I'm playing it. So I have to remember that if I'm skipping a cutscene and talking, you guys aren't going to be hearing that because I'm cutting that part out. Anyway, this is another beat the robot, and like 2 sets of ads come out at certain phases, or certain hit point percentages. But again, it's going to come down to DPS the boss, all the ads will disappear once he's dead. Alright, and he's dead. There you are. I didn't have the patience to take the long way around. I see you've disabled the first generator. That leaves us with 2. Bugger. That was me, wasn't it? Well, there's nothing for it but to press on. We must see to the remaining generators before the enemy has a chance to regroup. You go on ahead, Ravinous. I'll bring up the rear. Let's raise some hell. Alright, they already picked up the key. That guy drops a key. We need, what is it? 2 of them. Now this place is right where the disposal chute is. We just went in a big circle. But we needed to get the key and to get Sid. Alright, now follow the tank, so that way they won't attack me. They will pull those away. I will hit the spotlight. If you hit the spotlight, certain enemies go away, and they despawn, so you have less guys to deal with. And now we have cannons. If you do it smart, then you know, it's like 2 hits, enemy's done. Move on. Now, sometimes people pull this big guy back to the cannons. It looks like we're not doing that, which means we're going to have to wait a bit longer for Sid to catch up, because he's not going to move past that part until that big guy's dead. But that's okay. Now, we're pulling these to another set of cannons that are up here, which I am taking the lead, because I know how to sneak around these people. Go over here. Alright. Tanks, I got it. I take this backwards so I can take out those medical soldiers. All dead? All dead. Okay. Now Sid should be on his way now that we've killed everything. But we need to wait for him before this will start. So you can see him in the background, or you couldn't see him for a glimpse there. Come on, Sid. Come on, Sid. Because Sid's going to take out that generator right here. See? This may take a while. Watch my back. Okay, let's watch his back. See, he says that, then this fight starts. This is actually the prelude to the 3rd boss fight. So I'll zoom out a bit. As he is attacking the generator. There we go. Boss number 3. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually a thing. Put in the comments if you know for sure. But whenever I'm tanking and I see this tank doing the same thing, we try to pull the boss over to where Sid is attacking, so that way he's in this blue circle here. I'm not sure if the boss takes extra damage for being there. However, one of the bright sides is, if he does or not, we're actually close to a lot of ads as they spawn. So we can take them out with AoEs. Now the boss is taking very little damage while the claws are out. You see that purple line? They're giving him a huge damage resistance. But not perfect. He's not invincible. But he takes very little. Like my snap punch did 260. Now I'm doing like 4. And we can't target those. Only Sid can break those. Oh, I need to get back to the boss. Alright, with the Vanguard out, I believe that's the sign that we're not going to have any more hands, so we just take out the boss, and... Fine work, Ravina. Stay clear. I have a mind to loose some fireworks. Diverting all power to the cannons. Oh. Damn it, there goes the core. I fear I may have overestimated its maximum operating capacity by a few orders of magnitude. I blame Marquis. We'll need to find another way around. We'll need to find another way to bring down the third generator. Well, well, the traitor himself, and with his meddlesome friend for company. You go on ahead, Ravina. I need to get to the bottom of something. See, and okay, they did pick up the key. See, again, I was in the middle of saying something when the cutscene started. That's why you got the and then cutscene. Anyway, now we just made another big circle back at those first cannons again. Try to take these out. So are they bringing the big guy back or not? Yes, they are. Now, the enemies can damage these cannons like they're going to right now. Oh! They stopped him. Good. Now, if I need to come back to the cannons, I'll run back, because this is one of those situations where different tanks do different things. And they had two people see these blue devices, open up the doors. Alright. Do not ever touch those guys right there. We've had wipes happen because people don't know that you're not really supposed to fight these guys. You're supposed to turn off the lights and they will walk away. As soon as we see that person up there, they're turning off the lights. It's going to be a cutscene. It's me. Are you all right? That's an assault craft you're up against. You don't stand a chance with conventional weapons. You're going to need something big to bring it down. A mortar, a cannon, anything. Hold on, Ravina. I'm on my way. And those guys walk away. We need to take these guys out. But you know what? I'm not doing as much damage, so I'm going to work on anti-aircraft, because what we need to do now is to shoot that. So, part of what I'm doing is going to shoot it. There we go. That was a lucky shot. Fools! If you're resolved to die here, you might have at least done so without first making a mess of the place. Dude's got some hops. I see the Garland is not with you. More's the pity. I'd hoped to slay him myself, but never mind the traitor for now. I have so looked forward to this meeting, Ravinous Kurihi. Yes, I know much and more about you, about your strength and your hidden talents. I would sample them firsthand, and you will indulge me. Alright, and down we do have these two guys here left. Now, this isn't a regular boss fight. Oh, people are going to be locked out if they don't move. So what we need to do is use these Magitek missiles to load the cannons. And to take out Livia's mech, we need to shoot her with cannons. 8 hits will take her out. So, there's some people who will fire as they get loaded, and there are some people who will wait till all 4 are loaded and fire simultaneously, because at certain health points, she will summon ads. And the ads will try to break the loaders, break the cannons, attack us. They're actually a bigger threat than Luvia is, because you'll attack the person who she's not quite at did we not load one of them? I don't know. She'll attack the last person who hit her with a cannon, but she does so little damage. See, somebody shot it like immediately. So we're going to have more ads to deal with. But so long as we can keep them off of the cannons, or it's loaded cannons and the claws, we need to keep them off of. Alright, they hit it. Hand's going to go load. But yeah, just punching her right now really won't do much. Like, they're slashing just to deal with aggro, I guess. I don't know, even that's not important. Alright. See, that's one of the reasons why you wait, is because she, like, got out of the way of my shot. And that big explosion was one of our cannons going being disabled temporarily. Alright, but we saved the hand, so we need one more shot. So I'll hit her, bam! My lord is quite taken with you and the power you possess, the Echo. Naturally, I could not help but wonder whom this princess among women might be. Only to discover you are but another adventurer, no better than the multitude. Yet in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion, and shower honors upon your head. It defies all reason. How is it that you could be such a thorn in our side? Wherever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. You even slew Rathalin, one of our very finest. Well, I will not speculate. Truth be told, I couldn't care less how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you have done them. If you're allowed to continue, you will eventually deprive me of all that I have toiled for, all that is mine by right. My minions, my comrades, even my Lord Gaius. Well, you cannot have him. His dreams, his ambitions, his body and soul, they are mine. Do you hear me? All mine. I lost everything once before. I will not suffer it to happen again. I will kill you, adventurer. Only your death can bring me peace. There we go. I was about to say, come on, load. We need to get into the fight. They're already pulling. Yep, now we fight her herself. And she'll have ads too, but she'll give them orders to attack certain people. So the ads really don't have aggro tables. So I'm just going to punch her and try to stay out of danger. So if people are smart, what they'll do is if they're being chased by enemies, they'll run to Luvia. So that way our AoEs will take them out as well as damaging her. See, now all of them are gathered around her. Alright, the Magic Colossus is out, which means we are at the last part. No, it can't be happening. It's happening all over again. Please, I cannot bear it. Don't take him away from me. My Lord Gaius. Another poor fool who craved Gaius' affection over all else. May her soul know rest. It is a miracle no harm has come to you, my friend. One for which I will happily give thanks. And the wonders do not end there. Truthfully now, did you really mean to send that assault craft crashing into the generator tower? If you did, you're a bloody liar. If you didn't, well, you're too modest. Whichever you are, you've managed to open the way to the Praetorium. The only problem is, we can't reach it on foot. Nay, we'll need to take the Enterprise. I left her at the cerulean processing plant, so let's regroup there. This is it, Ravenous. The final confrontation awaits. Alright, let's give a combination. And that is Castrum Meridianum. And we only have one more to do before we are at the end of 2.0. So, we will cut this episode here because even though for me this has been short so far, I would have to edit a lot more in for you guys. So, it'll be a good episode for you guys by the time I'm done. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, give it a like. Any thoughts, comments down below. If you haven't subscribed, click on my beautiful face. If you like to support these videos, check out my Patreon. And thank you for watching. Until next time, later.